Hey guys, so today we'll be comparing the Huawei P9 versus the Huawei Mate 8, and we're also going to be looking at the cameras in detail. So let's start this comparison off. First of all, if we talk about the price, okay? So what I like about the Huawei phones is that they're really affordable. So same with the P9, it is having the same speed as the S7 Edge, the Exynos variant of the S7 Edge, in performance when I did the speed test. And it cost around just $500 for the 32GB variant, and that's pretty amazing. A 2016 flagship, this is like the most affordable 2016 flagship that you can get right now. And comparing to the Mate 8 is like the older flagship, of course, from Huawei. It's not a suitable phone for everyone. It's like too big, especially for me. I like using big screen phones, but I don't like them as my main phone, like to take them out and pull them out from my pants and, put them in my pocket. So it's not convenient, okay? It's like too big. Look at this. It's really big, but you can see that it's a gorgeous phone, and with the Mate 8, they really improved their quality. The Mate S was good with the design, but it was bad with the software and battery overall. With the Mate 8, they have improved stuff a lot. So let's compare it to the P9, which cost $500, while the Mate 8 also cost around the same, a little bit more if you go with the 64GB variant. So first of all, build quality wise, you can see that both are absolutely gorgeous, okay? Aluminum body, and this is like full aluminum, okay? And here we have a little gloss hump, you can say. So, they partnered with Leica to produce these two camera sensor, 12 megapixel camera sensor. One of them is monochrome and other one is the sRGB, so you get really accurate colors. I absolutely love the images, and I'm really sorry that I haven't done any camera tests of this phone up until this video, but hopefully I will be comparing it to other phones like HTC 10 and Nexus 6P also in the future. So this is like really amazing when it comes to color production, and one of the best camera phones you can get for 2016. And comparing to the Mate 8, obviously the camera, it was not that much on point. It wasn't there in terms of quality and all that. So we'll talk about it in more detail later. So build quality, again, premium on both phones. You got fingerprint sensor on the back. On the right side, you can notice we got power buttons, got the volume rocker, and USB Type-C on the P9, normal USB 2.0 port on the Mate 8. And this is not dual speaker setup, okay? So sound only comes from one port, and this one also has a single speaker. And on the left side, we got this tray for SIM card and the SD card. So yeah, design pretty nice. If I unlock the phone, you can see pretty nice speed with the fingerprint sensor, and you can see that both phones have a really the UI is looking very similar, okay? So of course both are having this Huawei's UI. It's like what they call, I just forgot the name. We can go into about phone. Yes, it's called as EMUI. It's like a combination of home screens. There's no like app drawer thing that we have with TouchWiz UI. You may like it, you may not like it. I personally like it because it just makes things a lot more what you call simpler, and or like simple. And of course you can download some launchers and modify your usage according to your needs, customize whatever you want to. You're not slaves to these UIs. It's Android, it's not iOS. So you can see the display is a big difference. This is a 6-inch 1080p display. Look at the quality. I mean, no doubt about the quality. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The colors are great, and I think the P9 is a little bit better outdoors because it's more brighter. This is having a 5.2-inch 1080p HD display. It's a flagship phone, and it should have like a quad HD display to compete with others. The S7 and HTC 10, LG G5, all those offer quad HD display. But 1080p is not bad, okay? It's battery friendly. and you can even downgrade the display to 720p if you want more battery life. So, but the display is gorgeous. I have to say, display is gorgeous. And if we talk about the performance, we have current 955 here versus current 950 here. Personally, speaking, if you want more storage, then buy the 64GB RAM variant of these phones. But if you're just going to buy them just because of RAM, then that's going to be a waste of money, because with 3 gigs of RAM you get really awesome performance as equal to a 4GB RAM phone. I personally tested it out in my speed test video, so you can see that the Mate 8 I have here, and both the Mate and P9, they shows the information of RAM down here. So you can see with 3GB of RAM, if you close everything up, you get around 1.7 gigs of RAM free for usage, and with the 4 gigs of RAM you get around like 2.24 gigabyte of usage. So but it's not gonna be a big issue in real life usage. So you can see current 955, 950, there's a huge improvement in terms of the speed. I compared it to the S7 Edge. It was even faster in some cases, but generally in general usage, you are not going to notice any difference. Look at that. They are absolutely beasts. They're not going to slow down. Best thing about 2016 phones is that they are absolutely beasts when it comes to speed. And with the current chipset, they are really optimized. No heating issues, nothing. With the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820, with my HTC 10, I've seen that it gets heat up pretty quickly when you do gaming compared to current 950 phones, So really awesome optimization with the software and hardware. And again, no reason to buy 4GB RAM variant just to get more performance. If you want to buy it for storage, then yeah, that's gonna be a good thing. So taking a look at the camera, again, 12 megapixel on this one, and we got it like 13 megapixel on the Mate 8. Now I have to say that first of all, the UI is changed a lot. Look at the UI on the Mate 8. It looks a lot like iOS, okay? So you have these effects, you get these other options which you can use scrolling like this. It looks hell a lot like iOS, which I absolutely hated. So we can go into more settings. You can see some features we have, HDR. The UI, they say childish, so the camera UI was not that good. So with the P9, I really like what they have done with the UI, something you can call original. So you can change the resolution and all the stuff by swiping to the left. Swiping to the right will bring in a really nice UI, which has a nice effect when you do this, landscape and portrait mode. And you got the HDR, beauty mode, light painting, slow-mo video, tons of stuff that you can check out. You also get this mode, which is basically something that you should use if you are doing like a macro photography. So it allows you to blur the background and have that bokeh effect. It looks a little bit of unrealistic, but yeah, it's a nice feature there. On the front, we got 8 megapixel on both phones for, of course, selfies. So front camera wise, I've seen a little bit improvement with my P9. The pictures are a little bit more realistic compared to like artificial cake type plasticky images out of the Mate 8. So but it's not bad overall. So picture quality is great on both phones. I have to say that the P9 takes the lead for me. It's absolutely a better phone. It is producing better results. Outdoor color reproduction is great. Again, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the camera quality, picture quality overall. Also a big improvement in the low light situations. And also if we talk about the videos, so both phones can record up to 1080p, the 60 fps. We don't have 4K option on any of these phones. Hopefully we might see 4K option in the future, but it depends. If 4K might be a big deal for you. For me, I think it's okay. 1080p 60f is also pretty nice for recording videos, because I don't record videos that much out of my phone. So let's take a look at the video recording. So lastly, if we talk about the batteries on these phones, the Mate 8 has a 4000 milliamp hour battery, while the P9 comes with a 3000 milliamp hour battery. Now, basically in daily life usage, the Mate 8 is definitely a better phone because of that big size of battery. So it can survive up to 2 days of battery with in between medium to high usage. It depends on how you use your phone. Personally, for me, it does survive up to 2 days. And while the P9, it's like most probably it will last 1 day full on charge. If you charge it in the morning 100%, it will last about 1 day, and you have to charge this phone at night time. But with the Mate 8, you're still going to have at least around 50 or like 45% battery left, if you charge it in the morning and use it all day, and it can go all the way up to full next day if you use like battery saving features. So 4 hours plus screen on time with the P9, in between 4 hours and 5 hours, while this one gives me around 5 hours and 50 minutes, close to 6 hours. So definitely battery wise, this is a better choice. But again, it depends on your usage. If you have to do a lot of gaming, then they may not survive up to 1 day, because gaming, it eats up a lot of battery. So yeah, that was a big comparison between these two phones. And again, I think the P9 is a better phone overall, faster, better camera, and how much you love this new design, it's just up to you. If you want a big phone, if you want a big screen, then the Mate 8 will be a better choice, also having a better battery. But again, if you want the latest one, P9 is the one to go with. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think is the real deal, real winner. And yeah, catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.